Hey everyone, welcome back to Mini Bike Mike's Garage. Well, today is the day I'm going to throw some color on the Moab CT70. As you can tell, I've got it completely stripped down and it's raining outside, a lot of humidity, perfect day for paint, right? So we're going to throw some color on it. Did I pick a color that you guys told me to paint it? No, can't say that I did. Well, as you can see, I went with just a boring old white. That's all I did. And I painted all the accessory pieces, chain guard, headlight, shocks, the swing arm, the fork gears, all of that's painted and ready to go. I'm just down to the frame, so I think I'll take you guys along as I spray it and shoot some color on it. And in case you're wondering, did Mike use like really high dollar paint to do this? No, we went with, I got this at my local Rural King, the tractor store, and it is the Magic Town & Country Enamel White. I think it was $6.99 a can, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to use probably about 3 cans in all total when I get done. So, yeah, I'm going to have, what, 20? I have 25. Well, I've got a couple cans of primer. I have $30 in my paint job. Good enough for me. All right, we're going to call that good for coat number 1. All right, that is coat number 2 and the final coat of primer. I'm not going to do any more. I guess we'll let this dry and start throwing some white on it. All right, I think we're ready for some color. Now, I learned while painting the other parts that this stuff, you need to do it in some lighter coats. It gets kind of runny sometimes, so I may not show the whole process, but I'm just going to, the primer has dried, and we're just going to start putting some coats of white paint on this and see if we can get it all one color. I'm not going to say we're going to make it look good. So, all right, I'm going to get after it, try to see if I can't get this covered up. All right, coat number 1. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for 3 coats of white paint. Doesn't look too bad. It'll be all right for taking out the Moab. So I got to let this dry for a couple days, let the paint get good and hard, and then let's start putting this thing back together. Well, guys, it's multiple days down the road, and obviously you can see that I've put the bike all back together. I didn't really see a need to film all that. You saw me build the bike. If you want to know what I've done here, there's multiple videos you can go back and watch. But so I've thrown it all back together. You might notice I've even added some hard bags on the side, just some ammo boxes. I never did really like the soft bags, the Kimimoto bags. I was having a hard time mounting them the way I wanted them to mount. These fit really, really well. I've got them strapped to my rack, and they hold everything I need to hold. So now I'm able to get rid of that great big bag that I had up here on the top. Everything that was in it fit within these. There still will be maybe a small backpack or some kind of one more kind of small bag that all it's going to have in it is a little bit of clothes, you know, change of pants and some socks and those sorts of things. Everything else I think I've got in here. So, and everything I've got put on the bike. You might notice there is still one thing missing, and I do not have a decal right here. And guys, I went round and round and round trying to figure out what it is I want to put right there. Well, here's what I've come up with. I got a hold of Jeff at GeForce Graphics, and I said, hey Jeff, can you make me something? And so I sent him the images of what I wanted, and he knocked it out for me. So I'm going to have my Mini Bike Mike's logo, Mini Bike Mike's Garage logo, in the same style as a K0, and I'm going to put that right there in black and white to match the rest of the theme of the bike. So I got to pull the seat off, pull this trim off, and then we'll put that on there. So for those that, you know, have been around for a while, you guys know that I don't do the whole soapy water thing and be able to slide it around. I'm just going to put it on there and let her stick. Now I have put a small dot right here. I've measured from this gusset, and I measure back 4 1/4 inches, and that's where I like to line up the edge of the decal. That's kind of the average of where Honda put them. They're some are 4, some are 4 3/4, some are 4 1/2. Most of them that I've measured are somewhere around 4 1/4 inches on the standard K0 decal. So I'm going to put that somewhere right in there. I've taken off the cap of the carburetor here just to kind of give me some room to get my fingers around. All right, that's leaning back too much. Something like that, I think, is what I'm after. Okay, I think that's what I want. Let's take a look here. So what I do is I kind of peel this back. And get rid of that. There's a body line right here that you need to make sure you get it pushed up into underneath that body line. Okay, now we can take this off and remove the rest. Push it down into there. Make sure it's sticking all right. All right, let's pull this off and see what it's going to look like. Come on, stay on there.
Yeah, I think I like that. That's kind of cool. I think it is anyway. I'm sure other people are going, oh my God, what'd you do to that? Okay, now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I just got to make sure that the decal lines up in the same spot. So let me throw those on there, throw that other side on there, and throw the seat back on. Then we'll do a walk around of the bike and show you what it looks like. I can see that it's got a glare on there on the decal. You guys might not be able to see it. There we go. That looks a little bit better. This is as clean as this bike will ever be. It will never be this clean again. Um, I got a feeling once I start riding it and it gets dirty, it's just gonna be dirty. Here's a look. So it's a lot wider. It's got the big old booty on it, but at least the weight is down lower, I think, than having that great big bag on the back. Here's the other side. You can tell I painted in the little recessed area on the exhaust there. Yeah, I've got a glare on that decal. But I believe it's pretty much ready to go. I did go ahead and get rid of the center stand. Went with the just new pegs from Bart Moto. So appreciate that, guys, from Bart Moto. I have not got my dash all set up yet. I haven't got all my stuff put back up on there. Still have that to do, but I think the rest of the bike is pretty much done. The other thing I need to do is on this foot pegs, I need to lengthen this just a little bit. It's an inch or so too short. It lets the bike lean over too far, especially with all this weight on the back. That and that was one of the reasons why I wanted the center stand, was because of all this weight. When I rode that CT110 around Lake Michigan and had that big box on the back, it did the same thing, but putting a center stand underneath it really helped. But you know, we'll go with this. I don't really want anything hanging down low on this bike. So, all right, there it is. Next time you see this, we'll be taking it for a ride. Guys, I appreciate you following along. Hope you enjoyed the build. If you got any questions on it, there's lots of videos back on the channel. Just have to search back through for the Moab CT70. And you should find, if you got any questions, hit me up and I can maybe hit you with a link, to make it easier for you to find. But I do appreciate you following along. And we're having some really bad weather right now. So here in a few days, when it clears up a little bit, maybe we can take this thing for a ride. See ya.